We've been seeing a pretty big shift in the crypto narrative, right? Institutions and big banks are really dominating the conversation these
Yeah.
days. It's like the cypherpunk ethos is taking a back seat.
Exactly. They've been the cornerstone of crypto's early promise, but now traditional players like banks, ETFs, and governments are, well, reshaping the landscape.
Right? And there's this fintech exec, Arthur Azizov, who points out that this current market cycle is all about institutional investors. We're talking about
Absolutely.
billions in capital flowing into Bitcoin ETFs, and soon big banks will likely jump in as soon as they get clear regulatory signals.
Yeah, and that's really interesting because once banks get regulatory clarity, they can pretty much like roll out their own stablecoins almost immediately.
It's like, imagine if your favorite local coffee shop suddenly turned into a giant chain because, well, it had the backing of a national corporation. The
Yeah,
banks already have this huge, loyal customer base.
I get that. But isn't there a risk? I mean, if institutions hold all the cards, doesn't that like stifle the innovation that the original crypto movement was all about?
Absolutely, and that's a solid point. Azizov himself mentions that it's not good for small startups. When traditional finance takes over, you lose that wild, decentralized spirit that ignited the crypto revolution.
And then there's the whole regulatory angle. Governments are pushing for more AML and KYC requirements. Doesn't that contradict the whole idea of a permissionless, censorship resistant system?
Exactly, it's a bit ironic, right? The very measures designed to bring crypto into the mainstream financial fold also clamp down on privacy and decentralization, which crypto was um,
Yep.
originally about.
But I get the government's perspective. They want to attract technology companies and ensure consumer protection, even if that means sacrificing some of the cypherpunk ideals.
True, it's a classic trade off scenario. The vision for a free and open crypto space is getting reshaped by the weight of institutions that have a very different agenda.
hmm Yet, I wonder if this institutional move could, in some ways, eventually legitimize crypto even further, despite, sidelining the original ethos.
That's a possibility, but there's also a concern it might lead to concentration of power, which could reduce the resiliency of the overall ecosystem.
Yeah, right. And while regulation might help, it can also create barriers that make it, well, harder for the little guy to participate.
Exactly. So we're at this crossroads where crypto is evolving from being a rebellious movement to becoming something that fits very snugly inside the mold of traditional finance. It really raises the
Indeed.
question, can we have both innovation and regulation without losing the core values?
It sure does. And as these trends continue, it will be fascinating to see how the tension between decentralization and central control plays out in the coming months.
Absolutely. It's a battle of old versus new. And while the banks might win in capital, the spirit of crypto will always hold a unique place in this conversation.
Yeah, right.